Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video. I've been thinking about this for a while. Actually, I've been thinking about it for years. You guys know that I teach college psychology. So one of the things that I have studied it, but then I've also just experientially, what I've gone through. Some of you know, I went about three-fourths of the way through college, straight out of high school. But then we decided to get married, start our family, and it just did not work out for me to finish at that time. Fast forward about 13 years, 14 years, and I went back to school, finished college, did grad school, went ahead and started my career at that point. So, one of the things that coming in, or I should say coming back as an adult learner, I picked up on a lot of things that I missed the first time around about how adults in particular learn in, for example, a college setting. One of these things that I noticed is how we have this tendency to shift. It's almost like we're like, okay, life, now learn. And it's like we actually like put on almost like this armor or this new mindset of, okay, now we've got to be serious and learn stuff. And what I found is that that's not the most effective way to do it. That's what I did when I first went to school, first went to college, and then it's what I started to do when I went back to college. It was like, okay, whoosh, time to put on the learning hat. And what I found is that that's not the most effective way to learn. It may be the most effective way to memorize stuff, but that's not really what we want. When we as teachers are teaching something, yes, we tend to want our students, whether they are kids or adults or college kids, we want them to do well on these tests and stuff. But what I really want is I want them to learn stuff, apply it to their lives, and take it with them long term. That is my ultimate goal as an educator. So part of what I do, okay, this is the laughter part. My goal during the first week of classes is to get them to take off this learning helmet that they've got on and basically lower their guard so that they're able to apply what we're talking about to life. Because once they do that, now they can actually engage with the material, assimilate it in a very deep manner, and take it with them long term. Not necessarily regurgitate things word for word. In fact, I really don't want them regurgitating things word for word. I want them to assimilate the information, put it in their own words. If you're familiar with Bloom's taxonomy of critical thinking, there's a big difference between step one of just memorizing and regurgitating and step two, which is understanding and putting it all in your own words. So the understanding, that's what I want. But then I also want them, step three, applying it to their actual everyday lives, because that's when it really does hit long term. One of my favorite ways, and if you've ever sat in a class with me, you absolutely know this is true. One of my favorite ways to get the student to lower their guard is laughter. I will just drop little jokes. I can't help it. I mean, I've tried to be more serious and it just doesn't happen. But when I can get them chuckling, it's kind of like, oh, okay. And then they can kind of relax a little bit. And when you relax, that's when that real intensive real life application learning happens. That's what I want to see. So it's kind of like as I'm teaching my college classes, I'll just periodically, I won't even change my facial expression. I'll just drop some little joke in there and just see if they're paying attention. And if they start laughing, then it's like, okay, yeah, they're not stuck in memorize and write down every word. They're actually more of a, oh, okay. And this means, oh, does this look like, anytime they can ask questions like that, I know they're really engaging with the information. And that's really what I want to see as an educator. So one of the things, even teaching with VIP Kid, when you're teaching little kids, go ahead, get them laughing, get them smiling. Anytime you can do that, it takes away the somber atmosphere of, I must learn, I must get this information. And instead, it becomes much more real, much more fluid, and much better retained long term. And again, that's what we're looking for. This is very important to me. If the students are too serious, they're not going to retain the information long term. They may memorize well, and that could lead to regurgitating well on tests. But that's not the kind of learning I'm really wanting. I'm aiming for the long term. I'm aiming for the big picture. Laughter absolutely, inexorably is going to aid in that. I think it's absolutely invaluable. Hope you maybe got a little bit of psychological theory behind laughter in the classroom and why it's a good idea. Why don't you go ahead and try it? See how your students respond, whether they are VIP kid students, whether they are elementary students, whether they are middle school, high school, college, doesn't matter. Try it out. See if it actually gets more of that long-term, long-range learning that we're really trying to hit. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.